Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm not actually cooking a recipe, although I will cook a few things with the contents of this big box. I'm going to do a product review of Omorc Air Fryer. So I've never had an air fryer or used one before. In fact, up until about a year ago, I'd never even heard of them. And then they started popping up in assorted videos and in the shops and stuff. I believe they've been fairly common in the States for centuries, but you know, it takes us a while to catch up. So I was actually tinkering with the idea of buying one, but they cost about £100, you know, for a decent one. And you know me, I don't like spending money. So I was really pleased the other day when I got an email from these guys, the marketing manager, asking if I'd be interested in trying out their brand new 5.5 litre, that's I think 5 something quarts, air fryer. So I said, oh, alright then, and here it is. Let's open it. So it's a big old box that came in an even bigger Amazon box. And, added significantly to my cardboard collection. Okay, first problem, I think I've got it upside down. Or maybe not, it's just a fairly anonymous white box. Shiny white box. Okay, I was right the first time. So, interesting packaging. Nothing on there at all except this label on the top that tells you it's an air fryer. So, alright, let's get this open. Ooh yeah, right. User manual, recipe book, polystyrene, and UK plug. God, it's enormous. Wow. I don't know where I'm going to put this. It's very sleek. Actually looks like it's related to Darth Vader's helmet. So I'm just going to have a little read of the instructions before I break it. Right, so it seems this is just like an air exhaust thing. Not, you know, nothing happens with this top half. What I'm interested in here is the handle and the basket, and there's a kind of protective cover which then slides forward, and under that is a push button, which I don't know what that does yet. The button releases the basket. There's a screw there. What's that for? Okay, so that's the enormous frying basket, and I think that screw should be on here, but there should be a bolt to go with it. Never mind, I dare say I've got one in the man shed. Okay, I found the bolt. It's in here. That's not the greatest thing, but anyway. Okay, I've got it plugged in, but nothing happens until you push the basket right in. Safety feature, I guess. And it all lights up in pretty colours. Push the button, twiddle the knob. Right, let's set the temperature for something. Ooh. Okay, so it looks like you need to preheat it. So you press push and press clock. Oh, there we go. And then push. And that will start preheating. Okay, it's reached 0, it's beeping a lot. Okay, so at this point you would now open it and put your food into the basket. Okay, I need to practice with this for a few days just to get the hang of how it works, and then I won't be embarrassing myself and the manufacturer when I can't figure something out. But yeah, pretty impressive so far. So see you in a few days for some healthy fried food. Yum. So you can buy this air fryer from their website, omorc.com. It seems to be their only product, so you won't have any difficulty finding it. And there's a discount code, it's SAVE30 off. So if you enter that at checkout, you'll get $30 off the full price, which is well worth having. And you may have noticed everything on that display was in centigrade. There's no option to change it. What they do is two separate versions. There's a Fahrenheit version and a proper version, Celsius. So as I said, I've never used an air fryer before, so I can't tell you if this is better or worse than any others. What I do know is it works very well, and it looks kind of striking. And it's enormous, you know. If you've got a family of 4 or 5, you'd have no trouble feeding them in one go using this beast. So let's have a look at the little recipe book that it comes with, which is, you know, frankly, a little bit weird. You've got a small selection of European cuisines, starting with the English diet, then Deutsche Rezept, I can't speak German, Française recette, Espagnol dieta, and Italiane recette. So the first one in each section is French fries. But well, I think it's odd that you know, the English ones are in English, German ones are in German, French ones are in French, etc. Possibly helpful, inspiring, and we always need to know how to make chips. So I think it's fair to say that most people adore fried food, and also they're aware that too much of it is not good for you. But yeah, something like this reduces the amount of fat used dramatically. So the way this works is pretty similar to a convection oven. There's a heating element in the top, and directly beneath that is a fan that just blows the heat all around the container. So maybe calling it an air fryer isn't quite the right thing. It's more of a tabletop convection oven, but it still does the job, which is to produce the Maillard reaction, that lovely, not quite caramelization, but that browning that we love on the edges of chips and meat and everything. So the control's very simple once you get used to them. You've got a dial, push button and rotate thingy, and then touch screen. So you push the center button and on it comes. And here you've got a button for the temperature, one for the menu, one for the time, and that one switches it off. And there's a hidden one there which is keep warm. So basically, to set your temperature and your time, you press the button and, well, it's starting to preheat. If I press the temperature, it flashes, I can turn it up. 200 seems to be the max, and turn it down. And press the button again to set. So just set it to the time that you want, press the button. So let's have a look at these presets. We've got chips, fries, those are meant to be ribs, and shrimp, and cake. I don't know if I'd ever do cake in this. And I think that's meant to be chicken. And that's steak. And that's fish. So I don't actually know how useful those are. I suspect not very. Right, I'm just about to cook a few things. So I've got a chicken thigh and a drumstick that have been marinating in buttermilk overnight, and I've got a thigh and a drumstick that are just, I'm just going to do them plain. So for the not KFC style, I've just got a coating mix that's mostly plain flour, all-purpose flour, with some salt, black pepper, baking powder and oregano. Just a very basic coating mix. Ready-made French, oven chips, essentially. These have been pre-sprayed by the manufacturer with a little bit of oil and a chunk of sweet corn. So first thing we need to do is preheat the machine. Okay, so I can't see, but I think we're up to temperatures, and that took 7 minutes. So I'm going to put the fries in first. Surprisingly, these take the longest, like maybe 15-20 minutes. Oh, it feels hot. So I'll just put the chips in. I don't need any kind of lubrication because they're pre-lubricated. So I'm just coating my chicken lumps in this. These minutes get extremely long when you're waiting for them to finish. I think I would have liked a second countdown. That just beeps. It's beeping. Right, so now, first of all, give the fries a stir, turn over. Now I'm going to spray oil in the bottom of the basket and pop the chicken in. I'll pop this chunk of corn in and give that a spray. Okay, so I've set that for 10 minutes and I'll just give things a turn over after 5. Okay, time's up. So, okay. Time might be up, but the food really isn't, so I'm ready. Ignore everything I told you about timings and keep on cooking. Okay, the fries are done. The other things need a bit longer. So yeah, they probably took about 20 minutes. So I whacked it up to 200 Celsius for the last few minutes because actually I think I should have done it on that temperature from the start. But anyway, we have brown and crispy chicken. And what we don't have is loads of fat. So this is really easy to clean up. Healthy KFC style dinner kind of thing ish. And Mrs. KeefCooks.
And Darth Fryer.
Not allowed to call him that.
Does anybody else think that's scary?
It's just a thing.
Have you hand crinkled these chips, my darling?
No.
Oh. What's the sauce?
Oh, it's kind of ranch dressing out of a packet with mayonnaise and cream.
Yeah, right. Okay. Ooh, where do I start? So this is what? Is this the buttermilk?
These are the, yeah, and breaded. Well, not breaded, floured.
Floured.
Don't tell me it's hot.
No. Yeah. That's probably classed as finger licking good, but I think it's a bit warm for your fingers.
What are you doing?
Dressing my food. Slightly overdressed, I think.
I think, you know, not a criticism of that, it's me. I should have sort of double coated those and got an egg involved in there somewhere.
Oh, coat's crispy, flavours cooked through, it all cooked through. I don't think I'm very coherent, but it's good. But I prefer real chips to these. Yeah. They've got some kind of coating on them, haven't they?
Yeah, well, vegetable oil from the factory. Sometime down the road, I'll try and do proper twice cooked chips, but I need to get more familiar with it.
But this thing's turned out to be really good. I was sceptical. I thought, it's another gadget, you know. But
I did roast lamb in it the other day. And roast potatoes.
oh, it was fabulous, honestly. So I know chicken's really popular. I prefer lamb. So. And this, I couldn't believe he'd done it in Darth. Honestly, because the flavour was just gorgeous and it was all sort of roasty around the outside. And you were able to do everything in that, weren't you? Sorry, I'm sounding like an advert for it, but you know, anything that reduces the washing up.
And it does. Oh yeah. And the smell, you know, it doesn't smell.
Yeah. Anyway, darling. Yup. Like the chicken. I know I like the corn on the cob. Like corn on the cob.
So, right, that's it. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And thanks for watching. And see you next time.
Don't let your burn yourself.
And it's not actually, it's warm, but it's not hot.